Hi, hope you're all well. Today I am going to do a little demonstration for the right hand for a very well known tune, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And this tune has obviously become more popular recently due to seeing all of the rainbows in the windows on houses. So I thought it would be a good one for us to learn and maybe also play for the NHS workers on a Thursday night. So I'm going to play the tune for you first and just demonstrate it, and then I'll go over this right hand. So this is an arrangement that I did myself as well. Okay, so that is the whole arrangement of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So this tune has got lots of different intervals. So remember that an interval is the space between two notes, and it's numbered. So you can figure out what interval are between two notes by giving it a certain number. Okay, but we'll go over that anyway when we learn it. And there's a lot of stepwise patterns as well, okay, which means notes that are in a row all next to each other. And we're going to be using a lot of our fourth finger as well. Okay, so I'm just going to leave out the introduction for now, okay, because there's a little introduction with triads and inversions at the very start of the piece. but we're just going to go straight into the tune today. So to begin with, we have got a low G, or quite a low G, just above middle C, up to the G above that. So it's an octave apart. Okay, and the tune starts with this octave. Okay, so for that, I'm using my fourth finger on the low G, first finger on the high G. Okay, because it's quite a big space there. Making sure to bring the fingers in. So we start with that. Then my second finger goes on this F string. Okay. Then 4 fingers from D going up to G. So that last part, second finger in F, then 4 fingers down from D. Okay, so let's just try that whole phrase from the octave part. Okay, and again. Okay, great. Now the next part is, so your low note is this, the same G that we started on, but we're not doing an octave this time. It's actually up to our E. So this is what we would call a sixth. Okay, because they're 6 notes apart, counting the first and last, of course. So for this, I'm using my third and my first finger as it's a smaller gap. So I'm going to go 3, 1, and then the last note on 2. So it's G, E, D, G, E, D. Okay, so that's the first 2 phrases done. Let's just try it from the beginning with your octave. Okay, now the next part, we're going to put third finger on E, first finger on C. Okay, and again, this is a sixth apart, so it's the same as the last interval we were just talking about. 6 notes apart, E to C. Okay. Then second finger on B. Okay. Then 4 fingers down from G up to C. Okay, so it's very similar to that first phrase. Yep, in terms of our finger placement and the little stepwise pattern there. So E to C, then B with your second finger, 4 fingers down from G. Okay, then right after that, we're going to keep hands in the same position. A with the second finger, so we've moved down a little. Then 4 fingers up from F. And second finger on G. Let's just try that last part again. So A first with your second finger. 4 fingers down from F. A. B, G with your second finger. Okay, so that's the whole first part, and that repeats itself in the tune. Okay, so let's go over this from the start, starting with our octave. G to E, D, E to C, A, Okay, great. So let's try that twice through, because in the tune this part plays twice, the exact same with repeats. So here we go. Okay, and that is the first part. Then we go into, it's kind of like a little verse after that. So I'll just play that part for you first, and then we'll go over it after that. So here, this is the middle part, just to remind you. Okay, so you'll notice as well in this part we've got a little lever change, okay, because we've got a little accidental note, which means it's a note that we don't normally have in the key that we're playing in. Okay, so, and I just realised that I forgot to tell you what key I am doing this in. So in G major, which has 1 sharp, F sharp. Okay. Right, so from the start of this part, we are a third apart, 3 notes, 1, 2, 3, D and B. So C's in the middle. I'm using my first and second finger, starting with the thumb and just rocking back and forth between the thumb and the second finger. Okay, so it's D, B, D, B, D, B, D, B, D. Okay, so it's important to try and place there as well. So before you play your second finger, back with the thumb, and then back with the second before you play the thumb. Okay, then the next bar is very similar. It's C to D, so the second finger's just moved up 1 step onto your red string C, and you're going to go C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D. Okay, just the same thing except the second finger's starting that time. So let's try that, those 2 parts together, starting with your third apart, D to B, moving up to C, okay, and again, okay, then we move our thumb up E to D, so I'm going to put first finger in E, second finger in D, E, E, D, okay, and that's the end of that part. So let's just try that whole part all together. Up to C, then E, Okay, great. Now the next part starts off the same. Okay, so we're going D, B, D, B, D, B, D, B, D. Again, but this time, because we have a lever change in the next part, in the next phrase, we need to put that up whilst we're playing this. Okay, so like that. Okay, so it's your C lever that's going up. So the red one. Most of them have a little red mark on them. Okay, so you're putting the red one up in between of the two notes that you're playing. So you're going to go. Okay, and then that's ready for our next phrase. Okay, so what I'm doing there is C and E, so I've just moved up, keeping the same space between the fingers, but I've just moved up one step, and I'm going C, E, C, E, C, E, C, E. Starting with the second finger. Okay, and of course it's C sharp now, because we've done that lever change. So let's just try those two parts together, starting with the D, B. Remember to put up the C lever when you're doing that phrase, so that you're ready for the next part. So here goes. D, C up, C, E, C. Okay. Then we are going to F sharp after that. And it's F up to A. Okay, so F, A, and before I play my A, I'm putting my second and third down on E and D, just below F, just below the black string. Okay, so F, before A, placing E, D. Okay, so let's just try the second half of the middle part. So make sure you've got your C sharp down, your C lever down to begin with. Goes up, C to E, F, up to A, E, D. Whilst you're playing that last little bit there, put the C lever down. Okay? When you're just finishing off that phrase, because then you're going to go back into the main theme again, and you don't want the C sharp there anymore. Right, okay, so that is the whole tune once you've got that, because then you're just going back into the main melody, as I said. Right, so let's just try this middle section, okay, from the top. Here we go. So D to B. Move up one. Then next part, C up, F, A, E, C goes down. Okay, that was it. Great. So well done. That's, you got the whole tune once we have done that. Okay, and you can go back to the start of this video if you want to try playing just the right hand with it, and to give you an idea of the structure as well. So the first part, that happens twice. Then you've got your middle section with the 2 lines. And it goes back to the main melody part. Twice through. And that's it. Okay, so thanks for watching, and hope you get on okay with that, and hope it helps. And we will go over the left hand some more next week.